Hans in Luck, by the Brothers Grimm.
Some people are simply born lucky. Everything they do seems to go right. Whatever happens turns to their advantage. The world may not always agree with them, but they hardly care. One of these lucky souls was Hans, a cheerful worker who had spent 7 long years serving his master faithfully. When his time was up, Hans said, "Master, I must return home to see my dear mother. Please pay me my wages." The master smiled. "You've been faithful, Hans. You deserve a fine reward." And he handed Hans a lump of silver as big as his head. Hans wrapped the heavy silver in his handkerchief, slung it over his shoulder, and started down the road. Soon, he saw a man riding a strong horse. "What a fine thing it is to ride," thought Hans. "So easy, so fast, no sore feet." The horseman overheard him and said, "Why walk when you could ride?" Hans sighed. "This silver is heavy, and my shoulder aches." The horseman smiled. "Then let's trade. My horse for your silver." Hans agreed with joy. The man helped him mount and said, "When you want to go fast, just smack your lips and shout 'Jip.'" Hans grinned and trotted happily away. He sang and laughed as he rode. No care and no sorrow, a fig for tomorrow. But when he cried "Jip," the horse bolted forward. Hans fell headfirst onto the ground. A shepherd passing by stopped the horse and helped poor Hans to his feet. Hans rubbed his bruises and said, "Riding is no joke. I like your cow better. She's slow and steady and gives milk and butter." The shepherd said kindly, "If you wish, we can trade. I'll take the horse. You take the cow." Hans agreed at once. "What a good man you are." Hans led his cow happily. "Now I'll always have milk, butter and cheese," he said. "I'll never go hungry again." When he stopped at an inn, he ate his bread, drank some beer, and set off once more. But as the sun grew hotter, he grew terribly thirsty. "I'll milk my cow and drink," he thought. He tied her to a tree and held out his cap, but not a single drop came out. The cow was dry. When Hans tried again, she kicked him in the head, and he fell to the ground unconscious. A butcher passing by helped him up. Hans told his story. The butcher gave him a drink and said, "That cow's old, good for nothing but meat." "If only I had a pig," sighed Hans. "At least that would make sausages." The butcher smiled. "I'll trade you. My pig for your cow." Hans beamed. So off he went again, holding his fat pig by a rope. "Everything turns out for the best," he said. Soon he met a countryman carrying a goose. They chatted, and Hans proudly told his tale of lucky trades. "Feel this goose," said the man. "Only 8 weeks old, heavy and full of fat." Hans admired it. "But my pig is fat too," he said. The man's face grew serious. "Friend, there was a pig stolen from the squire's farm nearby. Yours looks just like it. If they catch you, they'll throw you into the pond." Hans turned pale. "Please help me. Take my pig. Give me the goose." The man hesitated. "It's not a fair trade, but I'll do it to save you." Hans thanked him deeply, handed over the pig and walked on, carrying the goose. "How lucky I am," he said. "I'll roast it, save the fat, and use the feathers for my pillow. I'll sleep so well." As Hans entered another village, he saw a cheerful scissor grinder working at his wheel, singing happily, "O'er hill and o'er dale, so happy I roam, work light and live well, the world is my home." Hans stopped to watch. "You seem joyful, Master Grinder," he said. "Your work must bring good fortune." The grinder smiled. "Indeed, a good grinder always finds money in his pocket. But tell me, where did you get that goose?" Hans told his story from silver to horse, cow, pig, and goose. "You've done well," said the grinder. "Now if you had a grindstone, your luck would be perfect." Hans's eyes shone. "Can that really bring money?" "Of course," said the grinder. "Here, take this one. You can have it for the value of your goose." Hans agreed instantly. "Now I'll be rich forever." He lifted the heavy stone and went on his way, happy as ever. But after a while, the stone grew heavy, and Hans became tired and hungry. He reached a river, placed the stone by the bank, and bent down to drink. Accidentally, he nudged it, and the grindstone rolled into the deep, clear water and disappeared forever. Hans jumped for joy. "How lucky I am," he cried. "Heaven has taken away my only burden. Now I am truly free." With a light heart, he walked the rest of the way home and told his mother how easy it was to find good fortune. The end. You have listened to the story about Hans and Luck by the Brother Grimm.
If you want more stories like this, like, leave a follow or subscribe.